Fearless, Conquer Doubt and Achieve Your Dreams. Written and published by Cloudy Library. You can find ebook version below, and feel free to subscribe for more content. Now, let's get into the book. Introduction. Fear and doubt are universal human experiences. They lurk in the shadows of our minds, whispering reasons why we can't, shouldn't, or won't succeed. These powerful emotions can paralyze us, keeping us trapped in comfort zones that stifle our growth and prevent us from reaching our full potential. But what if you could harness the energy of fear and transform it into a driving force for success? In this book, we'll embark on a journey to understand, confront, and ultimately conquer the fears and doubts that hold us back. As someone who has grappled with crippling self-doubt and fear of failure, I know firsthand the toll these emotions can take on our dreams and aspirations. There was a time when I let fear dictate my choices, keeping me in a job I hated and relationships that didn't serve me. But through a combination of research, personal experience, and learning from others who have overcome similar challenges, I discovered powerful strategies to break free from fear's grip. The ability to face our fears head-on is not just a nice-to-have skill. It's essential for anyone who wants to live a fulfilling life and achieve their dreams. Whether your goal is to start a business, change careers, find love, or pursue a long-held passion, learning to manage fear and doubt is the key to unlocking your potential. In the pages that follow, you'll find practical tools, inspiring stories, and evidence-based techniques to help you understand the root causes of your fears and doubts. Reframe your mindset to embrace challenges. Take courageous action despite feeling afraid. Build a supportive network to bolster your confidence. Maintain momentum and celebrate your progress. This book is not about eliminating fear entirely. That's neither possible nor desirable. Instead, it's about developing a healthier relationship with fear, learning to use it as a compass pointing toward growth, and finding the courage to pursue your dreams despite it. By the time you finish reading, you'll have a comprehensive toolkit for confronting your fears, silencing your doubts, and taking bold steps toward the life you've always wanted. Are you ready to become fearless? Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding Fear and Doubt. Fear and doubt are fundamental human emotions that have played a crucial role in our survival as a species. From the earliest days of human existence, these feelings helped our ancestors avoid danger and make cautious decisions in uncertain environments. The ability to anticipate threats and question potential risks was an evolutionary advantage that allowed humans to thrive in diverse and often hostile conditions. However, in our modern world, where saber-toothed tigers no longer lurk around every corner, the same fear responses that once protected us can now hold us back. The brain's amygdala, responsible for processing emotions like fear, doesn't distinguish between physical threats and psychological ones. As a result, we often experience the same physiological reactions: racing heart, sweaty palms, and a surge of adrenaline when facing public speaking as we would when encountering a dangerous predator. Understanding the psychology behind fear and doubt is the first step in learning to manage these emotions effectively. At their core, fear and doubt are protective mechanisms. Fear alerts us to potential dangers, while doubt encourages us to question and verify information before acting. In moderation, both can be valuable tools for decision-making and personal growth. However, when these emotions become overwhelming or irrational, they can paralyze us, preventing us from taking necessary risks and pursuing our goals. The sources of fear and doubt are diverse and often deeply personal. Some common origins include past traumatic experiences, societal pressures, negative self-talk, and the fear of the unknown. Childhood experiences play a significant role in shaping our fears and insecurities. For instance, a child who was ridiculed for speaking up in class may grow into an adult who fears public speaking. Similarly, witnessing a parent's financial struggles might instill a deep-seated fear of poverty or financial insecurity. Societal expectations and cultural norms also contribute significantly to our fears and doubts. In many cultures, there's immense pressure to conform to certain life paths or career choices. Deviating from these norms can trigger fear of disapproval or rejection. The rise of social media has added another layer to this, creating a constant stream of comparison that can fuel self-doubt and imposter syndrome. It's crucial to recognize that not all fear is created equal. Rational fears serve a protective purpose and should be heeded. For example, the fear of touching a hot stove or walking alone in a dangerous neighborhood at night is rational and helps keep us safe. Irrational fears, on the other hand, are disproportionate to the actual threat or based on unrealistic scenarios. These are the fears we need to learn to manage and overcome. The impact of fear and doubt on our decision-making processes cannot be overstated. When we're in a state of fear or doubt, our brain's fight-or-flight response is activated, limiting our ability to think creatively or see the bigger picture. This can lead to decision paralysis, where we become so overwhelmed by potential negative outcomes that we fail to make any decision at all. Alternatively, it can cause us to make impulsive decisions based on short-term safety rather than long-term growth and fulfillment. Consider the example of someone who dreams of starting their own business but is held back by fear of failure. This person might continuously delay taking action, convincing themselves that they need more preparation, more savings, or a perfect business plan before they can start. This delay, rooted in fear, prevents them from gaining valuable real-world experience and potentially achieving their dreams. Doubt, while closely related to fear, has its own unique characteristics and impacts. While fear is often a more visceral, emotional response, doubt tends to manifest as a cognitive process of questioning and uncertainty. Self-doubt, in particular, can be incredibly corrosive to our ambitions and self-esteem. It's that nagging voice that asks, "Am I really good enough?" Or, "What if I'm making a mistake?" The effects of chronic self-doubt can be far-reaching. It can lead to procrastination, as we put off tasks we're unsure about. It can cause us to undervalue our skills and contributions, leading to missed opportunities for advancement or recognition. In relationships, self-doubt can manifest as neediness or a constant seeking of validation, potentially straining connections with others. However, it's important to note that a healthy level of doubt can be beneficial. It encourages critical thinking and can prevent us from making rash decisions. The key is to find a balance where doubt serves as a tool for reflection and improvement rather than a barrier to action. To begin addressing our fears and doubts, we must first identify them. This process of self-assessment can be challenging and sometimes uncomfortable, but it's an essential step in the journey toward fearlessness. Start by paying attention to your thoughts and physical reactions in different situations. When do you feel your heart rate increase? When does your inner voice become critical or discouraging? Journaling can be an effective tool for this self-discovery process. Try keeping a fear and doubt log for a week or two. Each time you notice yourself hesitating to take action or feeling anxious about a situation, jot it down. Include details about what triggered the feeling, how intense it was, and any thoughts or beliefs associated with it. As you engage in this self-assessment, you may start to notice patterns. Perhaps you'll discover that your fear of failure is particularly strong when it comes to professional pursuits, or that your self-doubt peaks in social situations. Understanding these patterns is crucial because it allows you to target your efforts more effectively as you work to overcome these challenges. It's also valuable to explore the roots of your fears and doubts. Often, our most deeply held fears can be traced back to specific experiences or messages we received earlier in life. For instance, if you have a strong fear of public speaking, you might recall a time in school when you were embarrassed in front of the class. Or if you doubt your ability to succeed in a particular field, you might remember a parent or teacher suggesting you weren't suited for it. Understanding the origins of our fears doesn't necessarily make them disappear, but it can help us approach them with more compassion and rationality. It allows us to recognize that many of our limiting beliefs are based on outdated information or singular experiences that may not be relevant to our current reality. As you delve into this self-exploration, it's important to approach the process with kindness and without judgment. Everyone has fears and doubts. They're part of the human experience. The goal isn't to eliminate these feelings entirely, but to develop a healthier relationship with them. Another crucial aspect of understanding fear and doubt is recognizing how they manifest in your body. The mind-body connection is powerful, and our physical reactions can often alert us to fears and doubts before we're consciously aware of them. Common physical manifestations of fear include increased heart rate, shallow breathing, muscle tension, and sweating. Doubt might manifest as a knot in your stomach, a headache, or a general feeling of lethargy. By becoming more attuned to these physical signals, you can catch fear and doubt early, before they escalate into overwhelming emotions. This awareness gives you the opportunity to implement coping strategies more effectively. It's also worth considering how fear and doubt might be serving you in some way. While this might seem counterintuitive, our fears and doubts often develop as protective mechanisms. For example, a fear of taking risks might be protecting you from potential failure or disappointment. Self-doubt might be shielding you from the vulnerability of putting yourself out there. Recognizing these protective functions can help you approach your fears with more understanding and develop more constructive ways to address the underlying needs. As we conclude this chapter, it's important to emphasize that understanding your fears and doubts is an ongoing process. Our fears can evolve as we go through different life stages and face new challenges. Regular self-reflection and a willingness to dig deep into our emotions are key to maintaining a healthy relationship with fear and doubt. Remember, the goal of this self-exploration isn't to eliminate fear and doubt completely. These emotions, in the right measure, serve important functions in our lives. Instead, the aim is to develop a clear understanding of your personal landscape of fear and doubt. This understanding will serve as the foundation for the strategies and techniques we'll explore in the coming chapters. By the end of this chapter, you should have a clearer picture of the fears and doubts that have been holding you back. You've taken the crucial first step of shining a light on these often hidden emotions. As we move forward, we'll build on this self-awareness, learning how to reframe our mindset, take action despite our fears, build supportive networks, and maintain momentum on our journey to fearlessness. In the next chapter, we'll delve into powerful techniques for reframing your mindset. You'll learn how to challenge negative thought patterns, cultivate a growth mindset, and build the self-confidence needed to face your fears head-on. Remember, understanding your fears is the first step. Learning to work with them and move beyond them is where true transformation begins. Chapter 2. Reframing your mindset. Now that we've explored the landscape of our fears and doubts, it's time to focus on one of the most powerful tools at our disposal, our mindset. The way we think about ourselves, our abilities, and the challenges we face has a profound impact on our actions and, ultimately, our outcomes. In this chapter, we'll delve into the art and science of reframing our mindset to overcome fear and doubt. At its core, reframing is about changing the way we perceive and interpret situations. It's like adjusting the lens through which we view the world. When we're trapped in patterns of fear and doubt, our lens is often clouded by negative assumptions and limiting beliefs. Reframing allows us to clean that lens, offering us new perspectives and possibilities. The power of positive thinking has been touted by self-help gurus for decades, but it's more than just a feel-good platitude. Scientific research has shown that optimistic thinking patterns can have tangible benefits on our mental health, physical well-being, and overall success in life. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that optimists were more likely to take proactive steps towards their goals and persevere in the face of obstacles. However, it's important to note that positive thinking isn't about denying reality or plastering a smile on your face when things go wrong. Instead, it's about cultivating a realistic optimism, acknowledging challenges while maintaining faith in your ability to overcome them. This balanced approach allows you to face your fears head-on while maintaining a sense of hope and possibility. One powerful technique for shifting towards a more positive mindset is cognitive restructuring. This approach, rooted in cognitive behavioral therapy, involves identifying and challenging negative thought patterns. We all have an internal dialogue running through our minds, and for many of us, this dialogue can be harshly critical or pessimistic. Cognitive restructuring helps us become aware of these thoughts and actively work to replace them with more balanced, constructive alternatives. To practice cognitive restructuring, start by paying attention to your automatic thoughts, especially in situations that trigger fear or doubt. When you notice a negative thought, pause and ask yourself, is this thought based on facts or assumptions? Is there evidence to support or refute this thought? What would I say to a friend who had this thought? By questioning our negative thoughts, we often find that they're based on distorted perceptions rather than reality. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking and have the thought, I'm going to mess up and everyone will laugh at me, you might challenge this by considering past experiences where you spoke in public without disaster striking. You could also reflect on how you've reacted when seeing others make mistakes during presentations. Chances are, you felt empathy rather than ridicule. Through this process, you can start to replace catastrophic thinking with more realistic and empowering thoughts. Another crucial aspect of reframing your mindset is developing a growth mindset. Coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, the concept of a growth mindset is based on the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This is in contrast to a fixed mindset, which assumes our qualities are static and unchangeable. Embracing a growth mindset can be transformative in overcoming fear and doubt. When we believe in our capacity to learn and improve, setbacks become opportunities for growth rather than confirmations of our inadequacy. Failure is no longer a reflection of our worth, but a natural part of the learning process. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by paying attention to your self-talk. When you face a challenge, do you tell yourself, I can't do this, or I can't do this yet? That simple addition of yet opens up possibilities for future growth and learning. Celebrate your efforts and progress, not just your achievements. Seek out challenges that push you out of your comfort zone, knowing that this is how you grow and improve. Remember, developing a growth mindset is a journey, not a destination. Even those with a predominantly growth-oriented mindset can have moments of fixed thinking. The key is to recognize these moments and gently steer yourself back towards a growth perspective. As we work on reframing our mindset, it's crucial to address the foundation of our self-perception, our self-confidence and self-esteem. Fear and doubt often stem from a lack of belief in our own abilities and worth. Building genuine self-confidence is therefore essential in our journey towards fearlessness. It's important to distinguish between genuine self-confidence and bravado or arrogance. True self-confidence isn't about believing you're better than others or that you'll never fail. Instead, it's about trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, knowing that you have the resilience to bounce back from setbacks. One effective way to build self-confidence is through setting and achieving small, manageable goals. Each time you accomplish something you set out to do, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you're capable and competent. Start with easily achievable goals and gradually increase the difficulty as your confidence grows. Another powerful technique is to keep a success journal. Each day, write down 3 things you did well or are proud of. These don't have to be major achievements. Even small victories count. Over time, this practice helps shift your focus from your perceived shortcomings to your strengths and accomplishments. It's also crucial to practice self-compassion. Many of us are our own harshest critics, holding ourselves to impossibly high standards and berating ourselves for every mistake. Learning to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend can significantly boost your self-esteem and resilience in the face of fear and doubt. Visualization and affirmation exercises can be powerful tools in reframing your mindset and building self-confidence. Visualization involves creating a vivid mental image of yourself succeeding in a situation that typically triggers fear or doubt. For instance, if you're afraid of job interviews, you might visualize yourself walking into the interview room feeling calm and confident, answering questions articulately, and leaving with a sense of accomplishment. The key to effective visualization is to engage all your senses. What do you see in this successful scenario? What do you hear? How does your body feel? The more detailed and immersive your visualization, the more powerful its impact on your subconscious mind. Affirmations, on the other hand, are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. They're designed to challenge and overcome negative self-talk. For example, if you often doubt your abilities at work, you might use affirmations like, I am competent and capable in my job, or I have valuable skills and insights to contribute. When crafting affirmations, make sure they're personal, positive, and present tense. Instead of, I will be confident, say, I am confident. It's also important that your affirmations feel authentic to you. If an affirmation feels too far from your current beliefs, it might trigger resistance. In such cases, try softening the affirmation. For instance, I'm learning to feel more confident every day might feel more believable than I am always completely confident. As you work on reframing your mindset, it's important to be patient with yourself. Changing ingrained thought patterns takes time and consistent effort. There will be days when fear and doubt feel overwhelming, and that's okay. The goal isn't to eliminate these feelings entirely, but to develop a healthier relationship with them. One helpful approach is to view fear and doubt as signposts rather than roadblocks. When you feel afraid or unsure, instead of seeing it as a signal to stop, view it as an indication that you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. This perspective allows you to acknowledge your feelings without being controlled by them. It's also valuable to reframe failure. In our fear of failure, we often forget that it's an essential part of growth and success. Every successful person has a history of failures behind them. By reframing failure as feedback, information that helps us adjust our approach and improve, we can reduce its power to instill fear and doubt. Another powerful mindset shift is to focus on the process rather than the outcome. When we're overly fixated on results, we can become paralyzed by the fear of not measuring up. By shifting our attention to the process, the daily actions and habits that move us towards our goals, we can reduce anxiety and build momentum. As we finish this chapter on reframing your mindset, it's important to remember that this is an ongoing practice. Our minds have a tendency to default back to familiar patterns, even if those patterns don't serve us well. Regular mindset maintenance, through techniques like cognitive restructuring, cultivating a growth mindset, and practicing self-compassion, is key to long-term change. In the coming chapters, we'll build on this foundation of a reframed mindset. We'll explore how to take action despite fear, build a supportive network, and maintain momentum on your journey to fearlessness. Remember, changing your mindset is not about denying your fears or doubts, but about developing a new relationship with them, one where they inform you but don't control you. As you move forward, continue to be curious about your thoughts and beliefs. Challenge assumptions that limit you. Celebrate your growth and progress, no matter how small. And above all, be kind to yourself in this process. You're embarking on a profound journey of personal growth and transformation. It takes courage to face your fears and doubts head-on, and you've already taken the first crucial steps. Trust in your ability to learn, grow, and overcome. You're more capable than you know. Chapter 3. Taking Action Despite Fear. Now that we've explored the landscape of our fears and doubts and learned how to reframe our mindset, it's time to tackle one of the most crucial aspects of overcoming fear, taking action. It's one thing to understand our fears intellectually and even to shift our perspective on them, but true transformation occurs when we step out of our comfort zone and act despite our fears. The concept of feeling the fear and doing it anyway is not new. It was popularized by Susan Jeffers in her groundbreaking book of the same name, and it remains a powerful principle in conquering fear and doubt. The core idea is simple yet profound. We don't need to wait for fear to disappear before we take action. In fact, waiting for fear to subside completely often means waiting forever. Fear, to some degree, is a natural and inevitable part of growth and change. When we push ourselves beyond our current limits, when we try something new or challenging, it's normal to feel afraid. The key is to recognize that fear doesn't have to be a stop sign. Instead, we can view it as a signal that we're stretching ourselves, that we're on the cusp of growth and new possibilities. Consider for a moment the things you're most proud of in your life. Chances are, many of them required you to face some level of fear or uncertainty. Whether it was applying for a challenging job, entering a new relationship, or learning a new skill, growth often requires us to step into the unknown. By learning to take action despite fear, we open ourselves up to a world of opportunities and experiences that would otherwise remain out of reach. One effective strategy for taking action despite fear is to break your goals down into smaller, manageable steps. When we're faced with a big, scary goal, it's easy to become overwhelmed and paralyzed. But by breaking that goal down into smaller actions, we create a pathway that feels more achievable. For example, if your dream is to start your own business, the prospect might seem daunting when viewed as a whole. But what's the first small step you could take today? Perhaps it's researching your market, drafting a basic business plan, or reaching out to a potential mentor. By focusing on these smaller actions, you can build momentum and confidence gradually. As you break down your goals, it's helpful to identify what psychologists call the minimum viable action, the smallest step you can take that moves you in the right direction. This approach allows you to start building a track record of small successes, which can be incredibly powerful in overcoming fear and doubt. Remember, action begets action. Often, the hardest part is just getting started. Once you take that first small step, you'll likely find that the next one comes a little easier. This is partly because action helps to dispel some of the anxiety and uncertainty that fuels our fears. When we're stuck in inaction, our minds can run wild with worst-case scenarios. But when we start taking action, we ground ourselves in reality and often find that our fears were overblown. Another powerful tool in taking action despite fear is creating a fear-busting action plan. This involves not only breaking down your goals into manageable steps, but also anticipating potential obstacles and planning how you'll overcome them. By thinking through potential challenges in advance, you can feel more prepared and confident as you move forward. To create your fear-busting action plan, start by clearly defining your goal. Then, list out the steps needed to achieve that goal. For each step, identify potential fears or obstacles that might arise. Finally, brainstorm strategies for overcoming each of these challenges. This process helps you feel more in control and prepared, making it easier to take action even when fear arises. For instance, if your goal is to speak at a conference, your fear-busting action plan might include steps like researching speaking opportunities, preparing your talk, and practicing your delivery. Potential fears might include fear of public speaking, fear of forgetting your material, or fear of negative audience reactions. Strategies to overcome these might include taking a public speaking course, thoroughly rehearsing your presentation, and reminding yourself that the audience wants you to succeed. As you work on taking action despite fear, it's crucial to develop resilience and perseverance. Fear often doesn't disappear after one brave action. It may resurface again and again as you push your boundaries. Resilience is about bouncing back from setbacks and continuing to move forward even when things get tough. One way to build resilience is to reframe setbacks as learning opportunities. When things don't go as planned, which they often won't, instead of seeing it as a failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve next time? This growth-oriented perspective can help you maintain momentum even in the face of challenges. Another key aspect of resilience is self-care. Taking action despite fear can be emotionally and mentally draining. It's important to balance your courageous actions with activities that replenish your energy and strengthen your emotional well-being. This might include practices like meditation, exercise, spending time in nature, or engaging in hobbies you enjoy. By taking care of yourself, you ensure that you have the emotional reserves necessary to keep facing your fears. Perseverance, the ability to keep going despite obstacles and setbacks, is equally crucial. It's rare for significant goals to be achieved without encountering challenges along the way. By cultivating perseverance, you develop the staying power needed to see your goals through to completion. One effective way to build perseverance is to connect deeply with your why, the underlying reason for your goal. When you're clear on why something matters to you, it becomes easier to push through difficulties. Take some time to reflect on the deeper motivations behind your goals. How will achieving this goal align with your values? How will it improve your life or the lives of others. Keeping this bigger picture in mind can help you stay committed when the going gets tough. It's also valuable to look to others for inspiration as you work on taking action despite fear. Throughout history and in the present day, there are countless examples of individuals who have faced their fears head-on and achieved remarkable things as a result. Studying these stories can provide both inspiration and practical strategies for overcoming fear. Consider the story of Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Blakely faced numerous rejections and setbacks when trying to turn her idea for footless pantyhose into a business. She had no experience in retail or manufacturing, and many people told her the idea would never work. Despite her fears and doubts, Blakely persisted, cold calling manufacturers until she found one willing to produce her product. Today, Spanx is a billion-dollar company, and Blakely is known as one of the youngest self-made female billionaires. Or think about Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison for his fight against apartheid in South Africa. Despite the fear and hardship he faced, Mandela continued to advocate for equality and reconciliation. After his release, he became South Africa's first black president and played a crucial role in the country's transition from apartheid to democracy. These stories remind us that fear is a universal human experience, even for those who achieve great things. The difference lies not in the absence of fear, but in the willingness to take action despite it. As you work on taking action despite fear, it's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Too often, we focus solely on the end goal and fail to acknowledge the courage it takes to face our fears day by day. Every time you push past your comfort zone, every time you take a step forward despite feeling afraid, it's a victory worth celebrating. These celebrations don't have to be grand gestures. It might be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your bravery, sharing your accomplishment with a supportive friend, or treating yourself to something you enjoy. The key is to recognize and reinforce your courageous behavior, building positive associations with facing your fears. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate fear entirely. Fear, in the right measure, can be a useful emotion. It can keep us alert, motivate us to prepare thoroughly, and prevent us from taking unnecessary risks. The aim is to develop a new relationship with fear, one where it informs our actions but doesn't control them. It's worth reflecting on the progress you've already made. By reading this book and engaging with these ideas, you're already taking action towards overcoming your fears and doubts. You're demonstrating a willingness to face your fears head-on and to grow beyond your current limitations. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore how to build a support system to bolster your courage and how to maintain momentum on your journey to fearlessness. Remember, becoming fearless isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about having the tools and mindset to take action even when fear arises. It's about trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. As you move forward, continue to challenge yourself to take small, brave actions each day. Embrace discomfort as a sign of growth. Celebrate your progress, learn from setbacks, and keep pushing forward. You have within you the strength and resilience to face your fears and achieve your dreams. Trust in that strength, take action, and watch as your world expands beyond what you once thought possible. Chapter 4: Building a Support System. As we've journeyed through understanding our fears, reframing our mindset, and learning to take action despite our doubts, we've primarily focused on internal work. However, no person is an island, and the path to fearlessness is not one we need to, or should, walk alone. In this chapter, we'll explore the crucial role that a strong support system plays in overcoming fear and doubt, and how to build and nurture such a network. Human beings are inherently social creatures. Our ancestors survived and thrived not through individual prowess alone, but through cooperation and mutual support. This deeply ingrained need for connection and community remains with us today, and it can be a powerful tool in our quest to conquer fear and achieve our dreams. A robust support system serves multiple purposes in our journey towards fearlessness. It provides emotional sustenance during challenging times, offers different perspectives when we're stuck in negative thought patterns, and holds us accountable to our goals and aspirations. Moreover, Seeing others overcome their fears can inspire us and remind us of our own capacity for growth and courage. The first step in building a supportive network is to surround yourself with positive influences. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from anyone who isn't perpetually cheerful or successful. Rather, it's about cultivating relationships with people who believe in your potential, encourage your growth, and support your journey, even when it involves taking risks or facing fears. These positive influences might come from various areas of your life. They could be family members, friends, colleagues, or even online communities of like-minded individuals. The key is to identify those who uplift you, challenge you in constructive ways, and genuinely want to see you succeed. Consider the people in your life. Who makes you feel energized and capable after spending time with them? Who asks thoughtful questions that push you to think differently about your challenges? Who celebrates your successes, no matter how small? These are the individuals you want to keep close as you work on overcoming your fears and doubts. It's equally important to be mindful of negative influences in your life. These might be individuals who consistently doubt your abilities, dismiss your dreams, or feed into your fears. While it's not always possible or necessary to completely remove these people from your life, it is crucial to set boundaries and limit their impact on your mindset and goals. One particularly valuable addition to your support system is a mentor or role model. A mentor is someone who has walked a similar path to the one you're on and can offer guidance, wisdom, and perspective based on their experiences. They can help you navigate challenges, avoid common pitfalls, and see possibilities you might have overlooked. Finding a mentor often requires proactive effort on your part. Look for individuals in your field or area of interest who have achieved the kind of success you aspire to. Reach out to them respectfully, expressing your admiration for their work and your interest in learning from them. Many successful people are happy to give back by mentoring others, but remember that their time is valuable. Be clear about what you're looking for and how you envision the mentorship working. If a formal mentorship isn't possible, you can still learn from role models from afar. Read their books, follow their work, listen to interviews they've given. While this doesn't provide the personalized guidance of a one-on-one mentorship, it can still offer valuable insights and inspiration. Another powerful element of a strong support system is an accountability partner. This is someone who is also working towards their own goals and with whom you can share your objectives, progress, and setbacks. The beauty of an accountability partnership is its reciprocal nature. You support each other in staying committed to your respective journeys. When choosing an accountability partner, look for someone who is reliable, honest, and shares your commitment to personal growth. Set up regular check-ins where you can discuss your progress, challenges, and next steps. Be prepared to offer the same level of support and honesty that you expect to receive. The goal is to create a relationship where you both feel motivated and supported, but also lovingly challenged when you're not living up to your potential. In today's digital age, supportive communities are not limited to those we can meet face-to-face. Online forums, social media groups, and virtual meetups can connect you with individuals from around the world who share your interests, goals, or challenges. These communities can be particularly valuable if you're working on a niche interest or if you live in an area where in-person meetups are limited. When joining online communities, take some time to observe the dynamics before actively participating. Look for groups that have a positive, supportive tone and clear guidelines for respectful interaction. Once you've found a community that resonates with you, don't be afraid to engage. Share your experiences, ask questions, and offer support to others. Remember, building meaningful connections, even online, requires genuine engagement and a willingness to be vulnerable. As you build your support system, it's crucial to remember that support is a two-way street. Be prepared to offer the same level of encouragement, understanding, and accountability that you hope to receive. This reciprocity not only strengthens your relationships, but also reinforces your own commitment to growth and fearlessness. Supporting others in their journeys can also be a powerful tool in overcoming your own fears and doubts. When you encourage someone else to face their fears, you're reminded of your own capacity for courage. When you celebrate someone else's progress, you reinforce the value of persistence and growth. In essence, by lifting others, you lift yourself as well. While building a supportive network is crucial, it's equally important to learn how to leverage this support effectively. This involves being open about your goals and challenges, asking for help when you need it, and being receptive to feedback, even when it's not what you want to hear. Many of us struggle with asking for help, seeing it as a sign of weakness or incompetence. However, the ability to reach out for support when needed is actually a sign of strength and self-awareness. It shows that you're committed enough to your goals to put aside your ego and do what's necessary to succeed. When asking for help, be specific about what you need. Instead of a vague, "I'm struggling," try something like, "I'm having trouble staying motivated with my daily writing practice. Could we set up a weekly check-in to help keep me accountable?" This clarity makes it easier for others to provide targeted support. Another key aspect of leveraging your support system is learning to receive and act on feedback. Constructive criticism from those who support you can be invaluable in identifying blind spots and areas for improvement. However, it's not always easy to hear, especially when we're already grappling with self-doubt. Develop the skill of receiving feedback graciously. Listen without becoming defensive, ask clarifying questions to ensure you understand, and thank the person for their input, even if you don't agree with everything they've said. Then, take some time to reflect on the feedback objectively. What rings true? What could be helpful? What doesn't resonate and why? This thoughtful approach to feedback can accelerate your growth and help you overcome fears and limitations you might not have recognized on your own. As you build and nurture your support system, it's important to address the potential challenges that may arise. One common issue is the well-meaning but unhelpful supporter, the friend or family member who wants to help but does so in ways that reinforce your fears rather than helping you overcome them. For instance, if you express fear about an upcoming presentation, they might say something like, "Oh, don't worry about it. If it goes badly, it's not the end of the world." While intended to be comforting, this response actually validates your fear and suggests that failure is a likely outcome. In such situations, it can be helpful to gently guide your supporters in how to best help you. You might say something like, "I appreciate you trying to make me feel better. What would really help is if you could remind me of times I've done well in similar situations, or maybe help me practice my presentation." Another challenge in building a support system is maintaining boundaries. While support is crucial, it's important not to become overly reliant on others for validation or decision-making. The goal is to create a network that empowers you to face your fears, not one that shields you from them entirely. Be mindful of how you're utilizing your support system. Are you reaching out for encouragement and perspective, or are you looking for someone to make difficult decisions for you? Are you using your accountability partner to stay motivated, or as an excuse to procrastinate, "I'll wait until our next check-in to start"? Regular self-reflection can help you ensure you're leveraging your support system in a healthy, empowering way. As we near the end of this chapter, it's worth considering how your support system might evolve as you progress on your journey to fearlessness. As you grow and change, your needs for support may shift. Some relationships may deepen, while others may naturally fade. New mentors or accountability partners may enter your life as you take on new challenges. Embrace this evolution. Regularly reassess your support system to ensure it continues to serve your growth. Don't be afraid to seek out new connections or to lovingly let go of relationships that no longer align with your path. Remember, a truly supportive network is one that grows and changes with you. Building a strong support system is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process. It requires effort, vulnerability, and a willingness to both give and receive support. However, the rewards are immeasurable. With a robust network of positive influences, mentors, accountability partners, and supportive communities, you'll find yourself better equipped to face your fears, overcome doubts, and pursue your dreams with confidence. As we move into the final chapter, where we'll discuss maintaining momentum and celebrating success, keep in mind the power of your support system. These are the people who will cheer you on as you take brave steps forward, pick you up when you stumble, and celebrate with you as you achieve what you once thought impossible. Nurture these relationships, express your gratitude, and watch us together you create a ripple effect of courage and growth that extends far beyond your individual journey. Chapter 5. Maintaining Momentum and Celebrating Success. As we reach this final chapter of our journey towards fearlessness, it's important to recognize that overcoming fear and doubt is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing process. The strategies and insights we've explored in previous chapters provide a strong foundation, but the real challenge lies in maintaining momentum over the long term. In this chapter, we'll delve into the art of sustaining your progress, navigating inevitable setbacks, and celebrating your successes along the way. One of the most crucial elements in maintaining momentum is the establishment of supportive routines and habits. Our daily habits shape our lives more profoundly than we often realize. By intentionally crafting routines that reinforce courage and growth, we can create a daily environment that naturally propels us forward in our journey to fearlessness. Consider starting your day with a ritual that sets a positive tone. This might involve meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few moments to visualize your goals and affirm your ability to face challenges. By consistently beginning your day in a mindful, empowering way, you're priming yourself to approach fear and doubt from a place of strength and clarity. Similarly, end-of-day routines can be powerful in maintaining momentum. Take time each evening to reflect on your progress, no matter how small. What brave actions did you take today? How did you push past your comfort zone? What did you learn? This practice of regular reflection not only reinforces your progress, but also helps you identify patterns and areas for growth. Incorporating regular, courage challenges into your routine can be another effective way to maintain momentum. These are intentional actions designed to push you slightly beyond your comfort zone. They don't need to be grand gestures, even small acts of bravery count. Perhaps it's speaking up in a meeting when you'd usually stay quiet, reaching out to someone you admire, or trying a new activity you've always been curious about but too afraid to attempt. By regularly facing small fears, you're building your courage muscle and preparing yourself for bigger challenges. As you work on maintaining momentum, it's crucial to remember that progress is rarely linear. There will be days when fear feels overwhelming, when doubt creeps back in, or when you feel like you're taking steps backward instead of forward. These moments are not failures, but natural parts of the growth process. Resilience in the face of setbacks is key to long-term success in overcoming fear and doubt. When you encounter obstacles or experience moments of regression, resist the urge to berate yourself or give up. Instead, view these challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. Ask yourself, what can this setback teach me? How can I use this experience to become even more resilient? Developing strategies to bounce back from setbacks is crucial. One effective approach is to have a setback plan in place. This is a predetermined set of actions you'll take when you find yourself struggling. It might include reaching out to a supportive friend, revisiting your motivations for pursuing fearlessness, or engaging in a self-care activity that helps you regain your equilibrium. By having this plan ready, you're less likely to be derailed by temporary setbacks. Another vital aspect of maintaining momentum is the practice of self-care. Confronting fears and pushing beyond your comfort zone requires significant emotional and mental energy. Without proper self-care, you risk burnout, which can halt your progress and potentially set you back. Self-care looks different for everyone, but it generally involves activities that replenish your energy and nurture your overall well-being. This might include regular exercise, which not only benefits your physical health but also boosts mood and reduces stress. It could involve creative pursuits that allow you to express yourself and find joy outside of your fear-facing efforts. Or it might be as simple as ensuring you get enough sleep and maintain a balanced diet. Remember, self-care isn't selfish or indulgent. It's a necessary part of maintaining the strength and resilience needed to continue your journey towards fearlessness. By taking care of yourself, you're ensuring that you have the resources to keep facing your fears and pursuing your dreams. As you continue on your path, it's important to regularly reconnect with your why, the underlying reasons for your pursuit of fearlessness. Over time, as you face challenges and setbacks, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. By consistently reminding yourself of why this journey matters to you, you can reignite your motivation and recommit to your goals. Consider creating a visual representation of your why, perhaps a vision board, a written manifesto, or a symbolic object that represents your aspirations. Place this where you'll see it regularly, serving as a daily reminder of what you're working towards. You might also find it helpful to schedule regular check-ins with yourself, where you reflect on your progress, reassess your goals, and reconnect with your core motivations. One often overlooked aspect of maintaining momentum is the celebration of success. In our drive to overcome fear and achieve our goals, we can sometimes become so focused on what's ahead that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Yet, celebrating our victories, no matter how small, is crucial for sustaining motivation and building confidence. Make a conscious effort to recognize and celebrate your progress. This doesn't mean you need to throw a party every time you face a fear, but it does mean taking a moment to acknowledge your bravery and growth. Perhaps you keep a victory journal where you record your successes, or you share your achievements with your support network. Maybe you reward yourself in small ways when you reach milestones in your journey. Remember, what counts as a success is personal to you. It might be finally making that phone call you've been dreading, speaking up in a meeting, or simply acknowledging your fear without letting it stop you. By celebrating these moments, you're reinforcing the positive aspects of facing your fears and creating a reward system that encourages further growth. As you progress in your journey towards fearlessness, you may find that your goals and aspirations evolve. This is a natural and positive development. As you overcome certain fears and grow in confidence, you may feel ready to tackle even bigger challenges or explore new areas of potential growth. Embrace this evolution. Regularly reassess your goals and be willing to adjust your path as needed. This might involve setting new, more ambitious targets, or it might mean shifting your focus to different areas of your life where fear and doubt have been holding you back. The key is to remain flexible and open to growth, wherever it may lead you. Tracking your progress can be a powerful tool in maintaining momentum and recognizing your growth over time. Consider keeping a fear journal where you regularly record your fears, the actions you're taking to face them, and the outcomes of these efforts. Over time, this journal becomes a testament to your journey, allowing you to see how far you've come and providing encouragement during challenging times. You might also use more structured tools like fear hierarchies or goal tracking apps. The specific method doesn't matter as much as the act of consistently monitoring and reflecting on your progress. This practice not only helps you stay accountable to your goals, but also provides valuable insights into your patterns of fear and growth. As you continue to push beyond your comfort zone and face your fears, you may find yourself inspiring others around you. Don't underestimate the power of your example. Your courage can be contagious, motivating friends, family, or colleagues to face their own fears and pursue their dreams. Consider sharing your journey with others, whether through casual conversations, social media posts, or more formal avenues like blogging or public speaking. By opening up about your experiences, both the victories and the struggles, you not only reinforce your own commitment to growth, but also provide valuable support and inspiration to others. Remember, becoming a source of inspiration for others doesn't mean you need to have it all figured out. Authenticity is key. Sharing your ongoing journey, including the challenges and setbacks, can be just as inspiring as showcasing your successes. Your vulnerability and perseverance in the face of fear can be a powerful motivator for others on similar paths. As we near the end of this chapter and this book, it's important to recognize that the journey to fearlessness is ongoing. There's no finite destination where you'll suddenly be free from all fear and doubt. Instead, fearlessness is about developing a new relationship with fear, one where you acknowledge its presence but don't allow it to control your actions or limit your potential. Maintain a growth mindset as you continue forward. There will always be new challenges to face, new fears to overcome, and new heights to reach. Embrace this ongoing journey of growth and self-discovery. Each fear you face, each doubt you overcome, is an opportunity to learn more about yourself and expand your capabilities. Remember to be patient and kind with yourself along the way. Growth takes time, and there will be moments of struggle. But with consistent effort, a supportive network, and the tools and strategies we've explored in this book, you have everything you need to continue moving forward. As we conclude, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come since beginning this book. Perhaps you've already faced some fears that once seemed insurmountable. Maybe you've developed a new perspective on fear and its role in your life. Or perhaps you're feeling more equipped and motivated to tackle the challenges ahead. Whatever your current state, know that you have within you the strength, resilience, and courage to face your fears and achieve your dreams. Your journey to fearlessness is uniquely yours, filled with its own challenges and triumphs. Embrace it fully, continue to push your boundaries, and never lose sight of the incredible potential that lies within you. As you close this book and continue on your path, remember, fear may be a part of life, but it doesn't have to control your life. You have the power to choose courage, to pursue growth, and to live a life unbound by fear and doubt. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You've already taken that step. Now, keep moving forward, one brave action at a time, towards the fearless life you envision. Conclusion. Throughout this book, we've explored the intricate dynamics of fear and doubt and their profound impact on our lives. These emotions, though natural, often act as invisible barriers, preventing us from reaching our fullest potential. However, by understanding their origins, reframing our mindset, and taking intentional steps forward, we can transform these obstacles into stepping stones toward our dreams. In Chapter 1, we began by examining the psychology behind fear and doubt. These feelings are deeply rooted in our instincts and past experiences, shaping our perceptions and influencing our decisions. Recognizing this is the first step in regaining control over our lives. By identifying our specific fears and distinguishing between rational concerns and irrational anxieties, we empower ourselves to confront these challenges directly. This awareness is crucial because it marks the beginning of our journey from being paralyzed by fear to taking action despite it. Chapter 2 delved into the power of mindset. We explored how our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality and how cognitive restructuring can help us shift from a fear-based mindset to one grounded in growth and possibility. By embracing positive thinking and practicing visualization and affirmations, we start to rewire our brains, fostering greater self-confidence and resilience. This chapter reinforced the idea that while we cannot always control our circumstances, we can control how we respond to them. Developing a growth mindset enables us to view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than insurmountable obstacles. Taking action, even when fear is present, was the focus of Chapter 3. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward regardless. By breaking down our goals into smaller, manageable steps, we make progress achievable and less daunting. Crafting a fear-busting action plan allows us to approach our dreams strategically, building momentum with each small victory. The stories of individuals who have overcome significant fears remind us that resilience and perseverance are key ingredients in any success story. The ability to keep going, even when the path is uncertain, is what ultimately leads to transformation. In Chapter 4, we highlighted the importance of a strong support system. No one achieves greatness alone. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences, mentors, and accountability partners creates an environment that nurtures growth and sustains our efforts. Equally important is learning to distance ourselves from negative influences and toxic relationships that can undermine our progress. A supportive community not only provides encouragement, but also holds us accountable to our goals, helping us stay on track even when faced with setbacks. Finally, Chapter 5 emphasized the importance of maintaining momentum and celebrating success. Establishing routines and habits that support long-term growth is essential for sustaining progress. Along the way, setbacks and failures are inevitable, but they are also opportunities to learn and adapt. Prioritizing self-care and stress management ensures that we have the energy and resilience to keep moving forward. Celebrating small wins is vital for motivation, while continually setting new challenges keeps our growth dynamic and ongoing. Living fearlessly is not about eliminating fear, but about harnessing it as a driving force for change. The strategies outlined in this book are practical tools that, when applied consistently, can lead to profound personal transformation. As you embark on your journey, remember that fear is a natural part of the process, but it does not have to define your path. With the right mindset, support, and perseverance, you can overcome any obstacle and achieve the dreams you once thought were out of reach. The life you desire is within your grasp. Seize it with courage and determination.